Hi crafters, it's Priscilla, back with my 7th installment of my DIY desk calendar project. This time with a bit of a twist in that I'm going to use the same dolphin die cut I just used on a card for Kat Scrappiness to be the focal point of the July calendar. And to review, all these calendar inserts came from a Paper Source DIY calendar kit. I'll quickly show you all the calendars I've made so far. Here's January, February, March, April, May, and June. Here's all the supplies I used to make the July calendar. I cut 2 layers of cardstock, teal for the background layer, and as always, the top layer is black cardstock. For the ocean, I'm using a paper pad from Honey Bee Stamps, which Kat sells in her shop, called the Bee's Knees, and this die I used for my stash to cut out the waves. For the dolphin, this time I'm going to use the smallest die cut instead of the large one that I used on the card. I'm using the 4mm and 6mm sparkling clear droplets from Kat's shop for the bubbles. I've probably had these cloud embellishments in my stash for at least 5 years. Today I'm finally going to use the small cloud. I'll be stamping my sentiment with VersaFine Black Onyx ink. The sentiments make a splash. In fact, this is the same sentiment I used on the card. Okay, let's get started. As always, I start by adhering the black cardstock to the colored cardstock layer and both of those to the calendar layer. Next, I adhere the die cut ocean to the bottom of the black layer. Next, I'm going to add the dolphin, but before I do that, I think I'm going to use some white pigment ink to give the effect of splashing water. I added some foam tape to the back of the dolphin before adhering it to give it some more dimension. Then I add the cloud embellishment. And finally, I stamp the sentiment, make a splash. And the finishing touches are these clear droplets that I'm going to place randomly around that represent the bubbles. This time I'm doing them scientifically correct according to my husband on a previous card that I did a while ago. I did the bubbles wrong. I have to put the smaller bubbles at the bottom and the bigger bubbles at the top. And that's what I did this time. So here's my finished July calendar, and here's the card that was my inspiration for it. Well, thanks for joining me today. Be sure to check out my blog, nubblelightdesigns.com, to see what I make for August.